SRW reports on terrorist attacks in Ashura gatherings. Shia Rights Watch Organization published a report about the terrorist attacks on the Ashura gatherings of this year. In this report, SRW uncovered the details of several bloody attacks by the extremists against the Shia civilians in Iraq, Bahrain, Afghanistan, Malaysia, Egypt, and Nigeria. This report will be handed over to the public opinion, the press, and the international human rights foundations. Like the past years, hundreds of Shia mourners lost their lives in many terrorist attacks that targeted the Ashura gatherings.
Terrorism and oppression, what Shia Muslims face in Muharram. Just like previous years, Shia Muslims were once again the target of terrorist attacks around the world, especially during the course of month of Muharram and during the commemoration ceremonies in regard to Imam Hussein's martyrdom. Beside the criminal acts by terrorists, many governments in the world too oppress and suppress Shia Muslims. Shia Rights Watch Organization records different violations and anti-Shia movements around the world against the Shia Muslims. Based on countries' names, this anti-Shia violation report is prepared. Afghanistan. At least 13 people have been killed in Afghanistan and many others have been wounded when terrorists blindly opened up fire against the Shia religious gathering. The Shias in this gathering were commemorating the martyrdom of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. This terrorist attack occurred in western part of the country's capital near Kabul's university, where majority of Shia Muslims live. According to one of the spokesmen of Afghanistan's interior ministry, he had stated that in this terrorist attack 14 people have been killed and 36 have been wounded. Bahrain. Bahrain security forces have attacked different towns and villages in this country. Religious banners were tried to be removed from these places and towns. It is worth mentioning that Shia Muslims in Bahrain consist the majority of this country's population, but this religious majority are under the oppressing role of religious minority. Malaysia. The religious cops in Malaysia have captured 50 Shias in this country for commemorating the death of Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. This news of capturing Imam Hussein's commemorators and mourners was stated in one of the local newspapers. The Malaysian officials do not recognize or accept the Shia faith. In another oppressing act by Malaysian religious cops, a number of young Malaysians were captured and imprisoned for holding a banner that contained these words, "O Hussein." Egypt. Security forces in Egypt have locked down Imam Hussein's shrine in country's capital. Many Shias could not attend this shrine to perform prayers. Egyptian security forces were dispersed around the main gate of this shrine. An Egyptian security source said that the forces in charge of this area have locked down this mosque and shrine for the purpose of preventing Shia Muslims from holding religious ceremonies or commemorating the martyrdom of their leader. Nigeria. The Nigerian army has attacked the Imam Hussein's mourners in this country. The aggressive attack led to the killing of 20 Shia Muslims. According to the sources, the Nigerian army attacked the commemorators on Ashura Day in Kaduna province. The Nigerian army opened a fire on the commemorators, which resulted to the killing of 20 people. It is also should be mentioned that many Shia Muslims from different parts, cities, and locations in this country had headed to this province to participate in these rituals, but they have been captivated and imprisoned. Among them were some children and women. Iraq. A source in Iraq's Interior Ministry have reported that at least 14 people have been killed and wounded in a suicide explosive build that have been targeted at religious community in eastern part of country's capital, Baghdad. It is expected that the number of those who were killed in this attack to rise because some of those who were injured are in bad health condition. In another terrorist attack in this country's capital, Baghdad, 4 bomb devices were set off in Shia districts, resulting in injury of many Shias. In another separate terrorist attack in the country, 55 people have been killed and wounded when a suicide person, a Daesh terrorist, blew himself up in one of the congested religious gatherings in Baghdad city.